Okay, so let's dive right to the topic. So paano ba? How can we automate our accounting and payroll process in less than 30 days? Okay. Reminder lang po, paki-mute lang po yung mga mics. No? But again, if you have questions, you can feel free to use the chat box. Then we can discuss further. No? Okay, so the first step in automating our accounting, of course, kung you're a small business owner na hindi masyado familiar sa basics of accounting, I think it is important to learn at least the basics, the general accounting terms, standard accounting process, ano ba yung mga financial statements and whatnot. Ano. Actually, after this, I'll introduce our accounting digital course available online this coming September 26. If you wish to enroll, later on, I'll discuss the details. To. Pero in any case naman, you can use Google, you can use YouTube, for example, to learn the basics of accounting. Kasi later on, in the process of using the software, may mga accounting terms that you need to be familiarized with. No? Yan. So after learning the basics of accounting, then the day two is that you have to concretize your process. When you say process, how do you issue an invoice? How do you collect? How do you execute your sales? How do you pay your suppliers and those things? No? So yun, if you can review your existing process and then try to analyze the gaps. Meron ba tayong parang gaps along the process, like meron bang risk dun sa controls? And then from there, So from there, you can revise the process according to the standards and ano ba yung ideal. Ano? So after this, our line is open if you need or if you want us to help you on concretizing your business process. So day 3, meron po tayong tinatawag na ledgers. I'm sure some of you are familiar with chart of accounts, of course, master list of your employees, your master list of suppliers, customers, and inventory. So before you can use the system, you have to establish this master list. Ang supplier master list, for example, is just an address book of your suppliers. Customer master list, address book of your customers, and chart of accounts. Yung chart of accounts kasi, again, if you're familiar with accounting, then more or less you're familiar with the list of accounts, like your cash in hand, cash in bank, accounts receivables, yung mga terms na accounts payables, and sales and expenses. So those things are the chart of accounts. No? So you'll need to establish that. Day 4, you also need to establish ano ba yung mga forms na ginagamit ninyo sa accounting. Like purchase orders, vouchers, sales invoices. So these things, you really need to concretize and establish yung format of your invoices, format of your vouchers, like management reports that you'll need, like sales reports, purchase book. So marami yan. Those things are needed so that you will know how you will implement the accounting software. Okay. Okay, so next is, again, after this, I'll introduce our accounting course. Then, so doon sa accounting course, very detailed yung mga information na to, no? Because our main topic now is how to implement the Snap accounting. Okay. So day 5, you also need to establish the beginning balances. Kasi if the business is starting, of course, wala pa kayong balances, no? Pero if the business has been going for quite a while now, then you have to have these beginning balances. So what are those? We have the trial balances. Ano ba yung bank balance natin as of August 30? You need to establish the list of your outstanding receivables, outstanding payables. So those things should be listed down and should be prepared before you implement the accounting software. No? So once you establish all of those, then that's the time you choose your software vendor. Kasi marami namang accounting software and payroll software in the market. So all you have to do is parang map what is the existing software in the market and then compare it with your requirement. So nagma-match ba sila, no? So that's the time you can filter and screen the accounting software. No, what we offer kasi is a basic and standard Snap accounting and Snap payroll. Again, these are free. Wala pong catch dito, baka nagtatanong kayo. Wala pong catch dito, no. We really, our advocacy really is to help micro businesses, small businesses in starting their digital transformation. So again, later on we'll show you the actual process in implementing Snap Accounting and Snap Payroll. Yun. So again, this is 100% free. So when you sign up, wala tayong credit. You don't need a credit card information to sign up. After this, when we do the walkthrough of Snap, then kayo mismo, while we are in this session, you can try creating accounts, your own accounts dito sa Snap. No? So all sign-ups today until its commercial launch, ano yan, free and forever. So if you sign up now, if you use it now, until we decide to say later on, mag-introduce na kami ng premium features of the product, then you'll be free forever. Wala kayong babayaran. Ano. Even the one-on-one tutorial, if you wish to have that online, then we can also provide that for free. You know. Okay, so again, if you're still struggling kung saan kayo magsisimula, the best way is to orient yourself in accounting terms. Like I said, I have this accounting starter digital course available on September 26. Okay, if you want to enroll here, our early enrollment fee is only a one-time fee of 2,000 pesos because after September 26, 5,000 pesos na yung magiging fee. But this is optional. We are not requiring you to enroll here. It's just that this is just an additional a good foundation when you start your accounting software implementation. So just go to accounting course PH. Actually second edition na to. Last year kasi we also did this. It was a very successful initiative or campaign. So this one is second edition kasi we already introduced the payroll process in this accountingcourseph.com. So if you log in here, you just check out and then may enroll na kayo automatic. Pagdating ng September 26, you can access this. This is pre-recorded course, no. So you can study accounting at your own pace. Okay. Okay, and again, after this, you can just email us at bizdev@hillsoftinc.com if you wish to have an one-on-one tutorial after this webinar. Sige, I'll introduce the actual software itself. Let's start with the Snap Accounting. Okay. So if you have your laptops there or browsers, no, just go to snapaccounting.net. Okay. I have like a colleague here, si Joy. Joy, can you open your mic and then assist me in doing this? No? If you log into snapaccounting.net, so ito yung makikita nyo. This is the homepage of the accounting software. To create an account, just click here at Get Started for Free. Joy, can you also do this so that if you have questions, let me know. Then you guys, if you have questions, again, feel free to message in the chat box so we can attend to you in an efficient manner. No? So yun, so you can use any email address. Sorry, can you see the screen? Sorry, hindi pala nakita yung screen. Let me share the window. So I'll go back, no? So open the browser. Makikita nyo to, snapaccounting.net. So this is the link. Just click Get Started for Free. And then you can use any email address. So in this case, I'm using my personal email. So key in your password. Just check this, I read and I agree. And then when you sign up, yan. So ito na yung company information. So what is the company name? So for example, I'll create company 201. Company code is actually the short name of your company or organization. Just in this case, I'll key in C201. Then the rest kasi naka-default na yan. You can put your address, your TIN and industry, but you can skip that. Just click next. You can also put your website and your phone, and then or if not, just click skip. Then from here, makikita nyo maraming mga modules. No? We have invoice writer. You can create an invoice using the system. You can create an accounts payable. You can create sales receipts and the general ledger. No? Skip lang po natin tong inventory kasi this is another topic, medyo broad. Pero yeah, later on we can actually discuss that as well. So if you click finish, then the system will now create the company for you. No? Joy, are you simulating?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So far, okay ka na dyan?
Yes, sir.
Now, if you create that account, makikita nyo dito, there's an email verification that's been sent in your email. Now, if hindi nyo siya nakita, you can check your spam. So sa spam, makikita nyo doon yung email kung halimbawa hindi nyo nakita sa inbox ninyo. No? So from there, ang gagawin ko, I'll go to my email address, like what I'm doing now, and then, wait, nasa na yan? Sorry. Yan, so ito siya. So ito yung email verification, tapos click lang natin verify Snap account. So once you verify the Snap account, sabihin ng system user account has been verified, then you can now use the system. Okay, yung ginamit kong email kanina, then the password. Connect. So that's the initial way of creating the account in Snap. Very easy lang siya, no? Meron na kayong accounting software. Again, this is free. Wala kayong babayaran. Wala rin catch dito, no? So, meron ditong portion, get started in a Snap. So, this is the guide where you can like set up the software before you can even use it. So, pag sinabi kasi accounting software, that's the software where you can write checks, you can write invoice, you can collect due, you can do payment, you can create receipts. But before doing that, there are several stuff that you need to set up. So the first thing that we set up is the bank account. Okay, so the bank account that we use. Kasi normally when you open a business, you are required to have a bank account. Kasi doon natin i-deposit yung mga sales natin at doon tayo magdi-disburse ng account using checks. No? So we set up a bank. So kung ano yung bank name natin, say BDO, tapos the bank account name, normally it's the code of the bank plus the last 3 digits of your account number. You can actually use that. That's how we do it. Then you can key in your account number. Then you have etong mga GL accounts na to. Again, if you're not familiar with accounting, no, these are the chart of accounts na sinabi natin kanina earlier in the presentation. In this example, we have the cash in hand, petty cash, accounts receivable. We have a default information or data here, but later on you can change, you can add additional. No? So, since this is linked to the account, then we can use the bank. You know? So it's an asset that will form part of your balance sheet. Kasi bakit natin kailangan i-set to? Because one of the goals of an accounting software is an automatic real-time generation of financial statements. Okay, so if you map these GL accounts in this bank, then every movement, every like transactions using this bank is automatic. There will be accounting entries. No? So we are just saying that BDO will be mapped in this account. So para lang hindi masyadong complicated, let's use bank for all this information. Okay, so next is meron ditong portion ng check kasi you can also write checks using this accounting software. So meaning hindi na kayo magsusulat ng cheque. No? You can format this and just shoot it in your printers para hindi na kayo magsusulat ng cheque. So it's also automatic. No? So ang kailangan lang natin dito yung initial check number. And then you save it. Okay, so once you save it, nakita nyo dito, this is the bank that sinet up natin. The zero balance muna siya. Later on, we'll discuss about the beginning balances like we said kanina on how to put beginning balance here. So if we go back to the dashboard, makikita naman na wala na yung link niya for to set up the bank. So ang next nating isi-set up is what? The customers. Okay. So again, kanina, ang sabi natin, kailangan natin itong mga master list na to. So dito natin siya gagamitin. So you can either import or set up new customers. So if you click here, yan, you can import a customer. Yung sinabing import, you have a spreadsheet. Say kung meron na kayong Excel sheet of your customers, i-import nyo na lang yan. Pero for the sake of this presentation, we just click new customer. So yung customer na to, you key in yung customer code. It can be a short name of the customer, kagaya kanina. Banco de Oro, it can be BDO. No? It can also be like customer 01, then the actual customer name. For example, customer ABC. Yeah. So this will serve as the subsidiary of your receivables. No? So meron tayong addresses, contact info, meron tayong other information that you can fill out. Ito yung bank na ginawa natin kanina. So it means this will be defaulted to this bank account every time we create a collection of receipts. No? Dito sa account section or account tab, again, may mapping tayo. So clear out nyo lang yung field para lumabas yung accounts receivable as the debiting account when you prepare an invoice for this customer. So hindi pa tayo gumagawa ng invoice, no? We're just defining yung customers natin. Okay, so if you click save, then you can go back to that customer. If you go here, invoice writer, under customers. No? Click here. So ito na yung customer na ginawa natin. And then you can define unlimited number of customers. Okay. So after that, let's go back to the dashboard. And then ang next naman natin isi-set up is the suppliers. Okay. So sa supplier naman, these are the parties that we pay or nag-i-issue tayo ng PO. No? So, o kaya naman yung piniprepare na natin ng mga cheque. For example, Meralco. Di ba? So, Meralco is binabayaran natin yan. So, the supplier code can be Meralco. The supplier name is the full name. So, whatever name that you put here will be the name that will be printed in the check. So, kagaya sa customer, meron din tayong other information. And then, if you go to the accounts, dito naman natin ililink ko ano yung expense account for that particular supplier. So in this case, yung utilities, say kuryente, then what is the corresponding accounts payable account when we create the payable for this supplier. So again, click lang natin yung save. Kung gusto nating balikan, punta tayo sa accounts payable and then under suppliers. Okay. Yan. Okay, so then you can add additional supplier here. So now that it's been defined, nasi-define na natin yung bank, customer, suppliers, yung chart of accounts kanina na pinakita natin may default na, so pwede na nating skip. Pero if not, kung gusto nyo mag-add ng additional accounts, meron dito sa company maintenance, we have here account titles. No? These are the different chart of accounts. Again, if you're not familiar with chart of accounts, then you can Google it or you can subscribe to our accounting course. No? Yan. So this is the chart of accounts. You can easily add or edit information here. Alright, so okay na. So once na set up na natin those information, then pwede ka na gumawa ng transaction. You can already use this on a day-to-day. Like for example, if you want to prepare a check, you just go to check writer, issue a check. If you want to prepare an invoice, then you go to invoice, etc. Pero before that, sabi natin kanina, meron tayong tinatawag na beginning balances. So kasi kung we've been doing the business for a while now, we have to set up those beginning balances. So anong example ng beginning balance? For example, yung trial balance natin, dito natin nire-record yan sa journal. No? Again, this is an accounting, you should be familiar with accounting to be able to appreciate journal entries. I'm sure some of you are familiar with this. So you just key in the account, the balances, etc. Pagdating naman sa receivables, you have to enter all the outstanding invoice as of, for example, last month. So August 30. Okay. Yun. So para lang ma-simplify natin yung presentation, let's start with how to issue a check. Okay. So to issue a check, just go to issue check. O kaya naman, if you're here in the dashboard, then you can open the check register, then issue a check here. No? Yan. So ito ngayon yung form whereby you can prepare a check payment sa particular supplier. No? So in this case, yung ginawa natin kanina si Meralco, kung hawak natin yung checkbook natin, then we can encode the check number. Kunyari, ganyan. What is the check date? Document number, if you're familiar with the process, meron tayong check voucher. This is automatically generated by the system. No? Then you key in the amount here. For example, 10,000 pesos or 10,000 pesos. Just click outside the box, then automatically, papansin nyo, may accounting entry na siya. Ito yung value of an accounting software. Automatic na niyang pine-prepare yung accounting entry. So in this case, may VAT tayo. Pwede tayong mag-encode dito ng VAT payable. So cash, crediting your cash. So this will decrease the balance in our cash or in our bank. Since in-enter natin dito yung the bank. And then lalagay natin sa description the particulars. Say for example, payment for utilities. Yan. Okay, so ang kagandahan ng my system is that you don't need to like encode in another form to print your check voucher. So all you can do is just click the print CV. Okay, some of you baka lalabas dyan na pop-up blocker, i-off nyo lang yung pop-up dyan, then automatically this will show up. No? So you can now print this using your printer and as a document that is related to the check that you have prepared. No? So, at the same time, the check itself, kagaya na binanggit ko kanina, you can print the check. Okay. Yan. So, ito ngayon yung check na pinrepare natin. So, kung may hawak kayong checkbook, pwede nating i-shoot sa printer. So, doon may konting calibration lang na gagawin. And siguro, let's ask for support of an IT person to help you out in calibrating the printer para mag-shoot sa check. No? So once this is prepared, you can either save it as draft or save and submit. Save as draft kasi hindi pa siya final. Meron pa kayong gustong baguhin later on, then you can save it as draft. No? To go back to that check, punta ka lang sa dito sa check writer again, open mo lang yung check register. So ito ngayon yung check na pinrepare mo. If you wish to edit further, then you can do so. But if it's final already, then you can just click Save and Submit. Yan. So once na-save and submit na yan, it means that it's already posted in your general ledger. You can now generate reports. So for example, I want to see all the checks prepared for a certain period, then you can actually like all checks group by expense. Yan. Yan. So ito ngayon yung pinrepare natin na cheque. So kung marami tayong pinrepare, maglilist dito lahat ng pinrepare natin na cheque, pwede rin siya na naka-group by expense. No? So madali tayo makakapag-analyze kung magkano ba yung expenses ko on a certain period, certain weeks, certain month, and whatnot. Ano? Then if you're familiar with financial statements like trial balances, you can go to General Ledger, go to Financial Reports, Then you can actually run the trial balance from here. Just click go, and you'll have your trial balance. So you can see it's balanced. So that's one example of the preparation of a transaction in the system. So ano-ano pa ba yung mga transactions that we prepare, no? So makikita nyo rin dito yung bank balance since wala pa tayong sinetup na beginning balance for that for BDO, then negative 10,000 yung value niyan. Ano? Later on, may tinatawag na bank recon that you can use to reconcile your accounting software balance compared to your bank statement. Okay, so after that, siguro yung most common din na pine-prepare is the invoice, no? So if you want to bill a certain customer, just go to invoice writer and then issue an invoice. Yan. Okay, so dito, the first thing that we do is we select the customer, sino ba yung invoice natin, what can be the payment term, pwede tayo magdagdag ng payment term, invoice number can be automatically generated. Then dito, meron tayong tinatawag na memo line. These are the products or service that we have rendered for that particular customer. Kasi binibill na natin siya. No, for example, let's say service fee of 25,000. Yan. So yun yung binibill natin kay customer. Sabihin, this is to bill you uh, the following services. Okay. So from here, kagaya ng check preparation, you can print a draft of your billing invoice, similar to this. Actually, meron tayong, later on, we can talk about how to customize this, no? We can help you in doing that. Ano? But in the meantime, you can use it as is. And then again, may accounting entry yan. You just go to journal if you want to see the accounting entry. Normally, yung sales, and then the tax. No? Yon. So, once it's set up, again, pwede mo siyang i-save as draft or pwede mong i-save and submit once final na. So, in accounting, when you issue an invoice, it doesn't mean that you already have the money, no? Kasi kokolektahan mo pa lang kay customer. So, makikita mo dito, meron tayong collection due of 25,000 pesos from this customer. So, na-set up lang natin yung receivables and yung sales, but we have not collected. You know? So, dito rin sa system, you can record the collection. So, pag nagbayad na si customer, you can either go here, or you go here, you just record the collection. Pero before that, meron tayong reports already available, like for example, aging of your receivables. You can click go. Yan, so makikita natin tong receivable natin for today. So under current. So the following day or the following month, papalo na yan sa 1 to 30 days until such time the customer pays you. Okay. So let's try an example naman of recording a collection. Just go to record collection. Yan. So pipiliin lang natin yung customer. So ito yung sinetup nating invoice sa kanya. Ito yung utang niya. Kung madami yan, pwede tayong mag-setup ng maraming invoice. Then pipiliin lang natin siya as yan yung binayaran ni customer. So kung binayaran niya is just partial, you can actually update this the apply amount, but it cannot be over. Tapos this one naman to record, collection, etc. No? Yun. So right now, if you can actually print like an acknowledgement receipt, but the official receipt kasi it's still the manual official receipt, no, unless we register this software sa BIR as our computerized accounting system, but it's a different story, no. In the meantime, you'll still use the receipt. So this one is just a bookkeeping of the collection that we have collected from the customer. So pag binos natin itong collection receipts natin, automatically wala nang collection due for that customer. Yan, kita mo zero out na, wala na siyang utang, no. So meron tayong invoice of 25,000, then wala na siyang utang. Then if you want to see reports, ilan ba yung sales ko today, you just go sales to sales register. And then from here, makikita natin yung actual sales or invoices that we have prepared for a certain day, certain week, certain month. Yan. So automatic na yung gagawin yan. Unlike kung wala kang software kasi, these are prepared manually. Okay? At the same time, if we look at our financial reports, I mean, if we look at the trial balance, then yan, updated na yung trial balance natin. Yan. So, and then of course, yung mga P&L income statement, balance sheet, general ledger will all be updated once na we record this, we post transactions. Yan. Okay, so wait one, sorry. Okay, so this is it. Okay. So basically, sabi nga natin, the basic things that we do when we do this, we use an accounting software is prepare the check, record the collection, and then generate these financial statements. No? So as other things that we can do is that meron tayong tinatawag na ano, mga credit memo o kaya debit memo. So those adjustments are done dito sa register. You can create a credit memo here and other adjustments. Pero again, pinaka-basic, just for the sake of a basic knowledge here is that ayun nga, how to prepare a check, how to prepare an invoice, and then how to prepare collection. So some adjustments, again sa accounting, may tinatawag na month-end adjustments, you do it in this journal entry. Okay? Para makagawa tayo ng adjustments sa accounts natin. Yun. So, again, if you have questions before we proceed naman dun sa Snap Payroll, then we can just feel free to use the chat box here in the Google Meet. If you have some questions, no. Again, after this meeting, if you wish to have a more detailed tutorial, meaning kayo mismo ang gagamit, and then you want to be oriented kung paano siya gamitin, you can book the one-on-one tutorial here at bizdev@hillsoftinc.com. So our team will be happy to assist you further kasi ang intention natin is gamitin nyo talaga siya. No? Kasi marami na pong gumagamit nito. Commonly, mga accounting service providers din ang gumagamit nito, mga accountants. No? So I think this is really usable for you, especially if hindi naman masyadong complicated yung process ninyo. Okay, so yeah, may question dito kay Miss Josie Kamutan. Is there a selection if you want accrual or cash accounting and report generation? Okay, normally yung implementation of accrual and cash accounting will depend in how you book your transactions, ma'am. So if you want an accrual base, for example, sa payable, you can use the recorder. Kanina kasi gumawa tayo ng cheque, no? So normally, ito yung cash basis if hindi tayo nag-accrue or hindi tayo nag-set up ng payable. Kasi kung papansin nyo, direct na yung expense ni-record natin, tapos crediting your cash in bank. Okay. If you want to accrue our billing, our payable, sabihin, sineset up pa lang natin yung expense dun sa proper period, you can use the record a bill. Okay, so sa record a bill, it's actually a setup of our payable. No? So ina-accrue natin sa tamang month. For example, the bill is dated August 31 instead of September 1. So we are actually recording the expense sa August period or pwede ring July. No? So pwede tayong mag-backtrack. No? So for example, 10,000. Yan. So as you notice here, instead of cash in bank, it's actually accounts payable. Yun. So to answer the question, the report generation will depend on how we posted transactions. If you use accrual or if you use cash basis in posting transactions. Same here sa sa sales and collection. Invoice writer, if you want to accrue our sales to the proper period, then you can use sales receipt, like for example, cash sales transactions. You can actually issue sales receipts instead of invoice. So I hope I answered the question, ma'am. Ano? So let me know if you have further questions. Okay, before I proceed with sa payroll naman. Yan. So kanina, downloadable ako. Downloadable po ba the accounting or online preparation? Lahat sa ngayon kasi this is fully online. This is a fully web-based application. This is hosted in our own cloud facilities or cloud servers. No? So this is not downloadable and installable sa mga computers natin. Don't worry kasi meron naman tayo ditong what you call that, parang privacy policy which is similar to dito meron tayong privacy policy and security if you are doing confidential information, meron tayong agreement for that, which is similar to QuickBooks Online or Zero Accounting if you're familiar with those solutions, no? Parang ganon. Anything else? Any more questions? Yeah. Okay, so sige, I'll proceed naman po. If you have further questions, no problem. Just feel free to key it in the How many users? Yeah, may another question. Sorry. How many users are allowed? Like the bookkeeper, perhaps is also the owner. Yeah, this is unlimited users. No, dito lang natin siya i-enter. Maintenance tapos user. So you can add unlimited number of users here. Yon, pagka may sinet up na tayong user, then meron na tayong record. I mean, they can actually use the software unlimited anytime and anywhere. Ang wala lang dito siguro is that the access rights. Ibig sabihin, when you add a user in Snap, lahat ng data ng user na yon makikita niya, no? Wala pa tayong feature ng though meron kaming premium accounting software, we call it Snap ERP. We have that feature na you can limit the access rights kasi since this is designed for a small scale organization, though hindi muna namin nilagay yung responsibility. Okay, another question here kay Mr. Alex, no? Magkano po ang subscription? Again, like I said, this is free. Okay, so meaning you can create unlimited number of companies, unlimited number of users. This is free 100% if you subscribe now. Kasi to be honest po, of course may plan kami to commercialize this later on. Probably if we will introduce premium features, no. This kumbaga at that time na nag-subscribe kayo ngayon until we decide to commercially launch this with premium feature, lahat po na magsa-sign up ngayon till that milestone, free na po yun forever. Okay, wala kayong babayaran na kahit magkano. Okay. Even the online tutorials are free. Responsive ba ang system? Another question kay Mr. Emmanuel. When you, if I'm assuming this is related to mobile responsive, meaning pag gumamit tayo ng cellphone, naka-format ba siya na pang mobile? The answer po is yes. You can actually use this using your mobile phone. You can try it now if you like, no? Then mobile friendly po siya. So meaning pwede kayong mag-book ng expense, pwede kayong mag-book ng invoices using your cell phones. Okay. Later on, mag-i-introduce po kami dito ng parang one of the things that are in our roadmap is a voice command. No? So for example, nagda-drive kayo, then say for example, I want to know my what do you call this? We want to know magkano ba yung sales ko today. So the system will tell you via voice, no. Okay, so another question kay Miss Josie, is the inventory feature also included in the free? Yes, the answer is yes. Hindi ko lang pa ini-introduce yung inventory feature because medyo complicated siya i-implement. Ano? Pero if you wish to try it, feel free to try it. And then, so ang isa po sa pinopromote namin is we want you guys to help us in this advocacy. No? If you find some features na sa tingin nyo can help micro businesses, small businesses, then we can work on it. Okay. Paano po mag-subscribe? Kanina po dun sa may another question. Again, wala namang subscription fee to. So just go to snappayroll.net, get started for free. Itong pinapakita ko ngayon, then you just create your company. So kahit ilang companies i-create nyo dyan, wala po tayo magiging problema. No? Walang subscription fee or any kind. Just click yung subscribe doon pero wala naman siyang payment. Okay. Any other question? Okay. Baka nagtatanong po, too good to be true, o kaya may catch ba to? Wala pong catch to. This will be free forever, no? Until such time na mag-introduce tayo ng more premium feature, probably magkakaroon kami ng fee for that. Pero kung nauna na kayong mag-register now, nag-sign up now, then free na tayo forever. Wala na kayong babayaran. Another question kay Miss Josie, can we also take photo of receipts that will be recorded in the system? Right now po, wala pa yung feature na yon, pero yan po yung nasa next roadmap namin, yung nabanggit ko na mobile app, wherein you can take photos of receipts and then upload the record in the system. Meron kami actually we call it Snap ERP. Yung Snap ERP, it's a more advanced product namin na nandun yung feature na yan. Hindi pa lang namin nilalagay kasi we are just introducing the system. We don't want to make it complicated at the moment. Maybe later on once na we have a number of users already appreciating the product, then we can already introduce or just enable that feature. Hindi pa lang namin siya ini-enable at the moment. Yan. Ayun. So another question kay Mr. Luis. Pwede po ba to sa cooperative? The answer po is yes. Actually, may mga kausap din kaming cooperative groups who's asking for this. Ang challenge lang po kasi sa kanila is that many of them hindi masyadong familiar sa accounting. Pero if you guys are familiar with accounting, if you guys would like to start orienting them in how to use an accounting software, that's a good campaign or a good initiative, no? If you would like to do that. Another question kay Sir Alex. Sir, pwede po bang gamitin sa online seller like Shopee, lalo na pag maraming inventory? The answer is yes po. Pero like I said kanina, kung may inventory kayo, medyo tricky lang yung implementation nun. Ano? Siguro if you will book for the free one-on-one, we can discuss about the details. Kasi pag may inventory na, doon nagkakaroon ng complication eh. So it depends on your business process. If you were here kanina early in the presentation, sabi natin dito, one of the things that you need to do is sa D2 is concretize your business process. No? So for you to concretize your business process, kailangan natin malaman paano nyo ba pinapasok, paano kayo bumibili ng inventory, paano kayo naglalabas ng inventory, paano nyo siya dino-document. So those are the things that we need to establish first before even implementing the software. Kasi iba-ibang mga organization o iba-ibang sellers, iba-iba yung procedure. No? Pero I'm pretty sure most likely you can use this for your Shopee or Lazada model process, no? We just need to discuss more details on how you do it so that we know or we can guide you on how to implement this. No? Yun. Any more questions? Yan. Sige, so I'll just proceed with the payroll process naman. It's a different product, no? Pero ganun din po yan. It's 100% free. Which is nakalink na rin to dun sa Snap accounting natin, but hindi pa lang namin ina-activate, ano? Pero pwede nating i-link yan sa accounting para automatically ma-post yung mga payroll expenses natin to your accounting. So this is the login or no the homepage of Snap Payroll. Just go to snappayroll.net. Okay, just click get started if you want to create a new company. Yan. So ganun din, may email address. You have to key in your email address, then the password. Ayan. So click this box, then sign up. So again, same thing. You have to key in the company name, company 201, C201, tapos some other information, then click submit. Yan. So ganun din yan. We have like email verification. It should be up in a while. So please confirm your email address. So let's go to the email, to my email. So lalabas yan. Please verify your email. Okay, so I'm verifying it now. So yan na. So you can already use or log in using this payroll. So you can already use this for your payroll process. So yan nyo lang siya. I-bookmark nyo lang para yung login screen naka-bookmark sa natin. So if we log in, halos similar to dun sa Snap, no? Meron tayong guide dito. So the first thing that we set up is the company. So business type, partnership, industry, city, etc. No? So basic information about the company. Yan. Then after that, we register your employees. Okay. So kung marami kayong employees, pwede rin natin i-import. But if not, then just add the employee here. So let's say Dennis Hilario, employee ID, kailan siya na-hire. So for example, August 1. May mga dito, other information like cost center. Kasi later on, if you're familiar with this, then you can group your employees per cost center. So ano ba siya, male or female, kailan ang birthday niya. Ayan. So ang importante dito is the government accounts, no? Kasi if you don't key in these accounts, then walang madededuct sa kanya ng mga SSS PhilHealth Pag-ibig, no? So automatic din kasi yung deduction ng employee SSS PhilHealth here. Then dito, kiin natin yung magkano yung monthly salary niya. For example, 20,000. Then you can also, kailan ba tayo magdededuct ng BIR tax? Always, meaning every 1530, ihatiin niya. Single ba or married? So nade-determine na ng system kung magkano yung tax rate niya based on the train law. No? Is it minimum wage? Yes or no? Sabi natin yes. Date of effectivity of the pwede rin natin specify. Yan, and then just save the employee. May kulang ako. Wait one, sorry. Employed. Okay na yata. Yan. So, once na-set up natin yung employee, meron tayong tinatawag na payroll group. So, dito natin dinidefine yung payroll group. Okay. So, ilan ba yung number of days per year natin? Ito yung mga variables that we use, no? When we compute for the payroll, para automatic na siya. Like SSS, should it be 1530? Lagay natin always. Pero kung for example, every 15 lang, pwede nating first cut-off lang. Ganun din sa PhilHealth, same with HDMF. Then sa 13th month bonus niya, inclusions, basic pay, overtime, kasama ba sa computation ng 13th month? net pay percentage guaranteed, ibig sabihin kung sobra yung mga deduction niya, magkano yung guaranteed. And then, i-assign natin si Dennis Hilario as the one of the employees under default pay group. Kaya ang reason kung bakit may pay group is that some companies may, for example, if you want to introduce confidential employees, then they can belong to another pay group. Or if you have another branch, then they can belong to another pay group. Yeah, so just simply add pay group. Sorry, HDMF shares, 100. Yan. Yan. So, na-set up na natin yon. Now, if you're in the middle of the year, may tinatawag tayo na annualization of your payroll, you can import the YTD records of your previous payroll for all the employees. Again, medyo complicated na yan, but we can discuss it in one-on-one tutorial. Okay, so next is that meron tayong mga settings that we need to configure. Like if you have deductions, for example, if you have cash advances na dinededuct sa employees, just easily add those. Meron din tayong fringe benefits or allowances that we provide to our employees. Pwede tayo magdagdag niyan. Kunyari yan, transportation allowance, non-taxable, monthly. So, every hinahati ba natin per month, pwede yan. Yan. So, then after that, once that's established, then you can already run your payroll. So, to run a payroll, just go here, tapos go to payroll groups. Yan. So, ito yung payroll group na ginawa natin kanina. Meron siyang one active employee. So, all you have to do is run the payroll. So, for example, since September 1 ngayon, we are running 16/30 of August. Okay? Just choose that. So, again, depends on your cut-off period. Like, in this case, gawin natin August 16 to August 31. Yan. So, next. So, import, kasi dalawang ways of doing this, no? We can use the uploaded logs sa time in, time out if you have biometric system. Pero medyo complicated na yan eh. Siguro we can discuss that separately, no? Pero yung to simplify, meron lang tayong DTR timekeeping report na i-upload lang natin dito. Kung wala tayong existing done, you can download here. So as you can see, let's try to download, ano? Yan, I'll just share my entire screen para mas ma-appreciate nyo. Yan. So what I did was I downloaded the timekeeping, you can actually use an Excel sheet para i-fill out yung nila, yung kunyari like in this case, sorry lakayan ko ng konti, Yan. So basic hours, OT, etc. So basic hours for a period normally 80 hours, tas the rest are 0. So kunyari simplify lang natin, pumasok siya ng kompleto, wala siyang absent, wala siyang overtime, wala siyang undertime. Pero kung meron, pwede nyo specify dito. Absences in days, tardiness in minutes, etc. Yan. So, isave ko lang yan. Then, you can already use that to import and compute for the payroll. So, you just choose the file, go to downloads, yan. Tapos, run import. Yan. So, as you can see, meron na tayong payroll register here. Nag-compute na siya ng employee share, ng deduction sa SSS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig, kung meron siyang deductions and whatnot. So at the end, ang net pay niya is only 8,700. Okay? So from here, i-submit mo lang yan. You can also use a bank file. Di ba, minsan meron tayong payroll account na para automatic crediting. We can also discuss that, or you can just click approve. So once na-approve na yung payroll, you can already print some information here like payslip. So pwede natin makita yung payslip of that um, employee or set of employees for the second cutoff. Diyan. So, ito na yung payslip niya. You can print this. By the way, meron tayo ditong feature ng employee portal, but I won't be discussing it here. This is just a vanilla payroll software that you can use for free. No, but if you wish to use the premium features of this Snap Payroll, then we can discuss that on a one-on-one tutorial. Ano. And then lahat yan automatic na from government. Bawa, gusto nating malaman yung total SSS remittance natin for the month. So you can actually generate that on the fly. Yan. So yung mga ganong reports are already available na sa system, including the payroll registers. So ito yung mga statutory reports that we submit also to SSS para automatic na yung ano niya. Hindi na kayo magpe-prepare separately. So if you are using our timekeeping module, meron tayong summary of tardiness, summary of absences, OTs, leaves, etc. To BIR 2316, you can also generate from here. Then mga government loans can also be set up or defined every time you you run your payroll. No? So basically, that's the payroll side. Pretty much in a typical small business, this is already compliant to the sa rules ng SSS Philal Pag-ibig and BIR. And you can use it for free anytime. Just create the account. Yun. So again, the floor is open to any questions if you have questions. Okay, so may question dito kay Ms. Josie ulit. As a bookkeeper, can I use this for my clients? Yes, definitely. You can use this for your clients. You can create unlimited companies or clients. Then you can use it for your clients. You can train them on how to use this. And then, yeah, just let them use it. No? The answer is yes. Any other questions? May question kay Mr. Emmanuel, yung employee loans ba kasama sa module? Yes, the answer is yes. Meron tayo ditong setup ng loans. Just go to payroll and loans. You can set up SSS loans and HDMF loans or company loans. So for example, we set up the company loan. Pwede tayo maglagay ng loan type. Kailan siya nag-grant, principal. Tapos pwedeng may computation ng interest if you want to. Then automatically, these are deducted sa payroll ng employee. Yeah, you are welcome, ma'am, sirs, sa mga questions ninyo. So, again, we are happy to book you for a one-on-one session if you'd like to explore this further, or actually during implementation, pwede namin kayong i-assist if you want to start implementing this for your clients, if you guys are bookkeepers or accountants. No? Another question, automatic na po ba ang withholding tax based on rates? Yes, meron, kompleto po tayo ng table dito from tax tables. Nandito na yan. Meron tayong SSS, PhilHealth. Those are automatic. Then, based on the brackets. And then, meron din tayong, what you call this? Kung minimum wage earner sila, pwede silang, itatag nyo lang yung employee as minimum wage earners para hindi sila mataksan. You can also add fringe benefits. Yung kanina dito, just create the fringe benefit. Like mga de minimis, etc. Pwede tayo mag-add dyan. So automatic na po yung deductions ng taxes. Actually, going back to accounting, meron din tayong ganon. Meron tayo ditong withholding tax expanded naman if you wish to deduct. Ito na yung tax table ng withholding tax expanded at pati mga rates nila. So you can automatically compute for the 1% or 2% withholding tax expanded. Any more questions? Another question kay Miss Maricel, pwede po ba kapag per day basis, converting period niya 11.25? Yes, the answer is yes. If you define the employee, if you go back to the employee salary, meron tayong salary type, daily, weekly, and monthly. Tapos, covering period niya is 11 to 25. Yun yung isa-select natin na cutoff when we run the payroll. Yeah. Yeah, sa timekeeping, ang ganda rin yung timekeeping sana rito, kaya lang medyo complicated i-discuss kasi it depends, iba-iba kasi ang policies ng mga clients. Sa ngayon, ang free version namin is limited muna sa payroll. But the timekeeping part kasi maraming, normally may customization na ginagawa dyan so that's why we cannot offer this ng plain or vanilla type na timekeeping lang because iba-iba talaga yung policies per companies. No? Medyo complicated siya implement. Pero maybe later on we can introduce a free version of this as well. Pero in the meantime, yung mga payroll systems ng what do you call this, ng typical vendor supported na for Philippine operations. Another question is tardiness. Doon po sa DTR natin kanina, right now, actually if you are using the timekeeping module, the system can compute automatically for the tardiness no? Based on that. Pero if if you're not using the timekeeping module, i-specify mo lang doon sa DTR template kanina na pinakita ko sa inyo kung ilan yung tardiness niya. Kumbaga, medyo manual pa yung approach, no? Lalagay mo lang dito yung tardiness, automatic, matideduct. My question, if I'm a CPA, I started po as an IT, pero because our products are in nature accounting, napilitan na akong mag-aral ng accounting. Actually, I was the one who defined and developed the accounting digital course. Pero in our organization, we have 3 CPAs. Wala lang sila dito ngayon, pero those are seasoned CPAs galing din sa malalaking auditing firms who help me or who help us in defining these products. No? Yon. So, thank you rin, Mr. Alex. And thank you sa inyo, Miss Josie and everyone, Miss Maricel, in these questions. Again, our advocacy is to really introduce this to you guys sa mga accountants, bookkeepers, and of course micro to small businesses kasi lalo na ngayong pandemic, no, we all need helping hand, a helping hand in doing these things. No, we have our main business talaga is an enterprise resource planning systems, mga customized solutions for small to medium sized companies, no, as I mentioned kanina sa presentation. Pero marami kasing software vendor na hindi nakakatap ng micro businesses and that's our advocacy. No? Again, if you have may another question kay Miss Maricel, yung bang bookkeeping po from scratch to FS po ba? Yes. Kanina, when we go back, lahat ng nire-record natin transactions dito is that automatically when you post it, nagpo-post na yan sa financial reports natin. Like P&L, ito, income statement, balance sheet, trial balance, general ledgers. No? So, yung FS format, it varies din naman eh. Ang kagandahan nito pala, I forgot to mention, is that you can actually download it as an Excel file. Okay, so if you download this as an Excel file, then pwede nyo i-format kung ano yung format, itsura ng trial balance or FS na gusto nyong i-present sa clients ninyo or i-present sa management. No, so pwede nyo i-copy-paste yung information directly from extracted from Snap, no, or Snap Accounting. Again, I'd like to emphasize, if you're someone who's challenged pa sa accounting terms, kasi mahirap talaga, maraming nagma-market na accounting software na sinasabi nila for non-accountants. No? Pero in reality, mahirap eh. Kailangan mo talaga ng knowledge, especially when you are preparing financial statements. kailangan mo nang gumawa ng mga month-end adjustments. So, kailangan mong merong at least a background or knowledge sa accounting. So, this one, Accounting Course PH, like I said earlier, this is available on September 26. Pero if you wish to, sorry, basta yan. Yan. So, but right now, our enrollment fee is a one-time fee of 2,000 pesos. After September 26, it will be 5,000. So, may early bird rate lang tayo. Just go to accountingcourseph.com. Nandiyan na rin yung tutorial. Meron diyang pre-recorded tutorial on how to use the Snap Accounting. No? Then, again, if you're interested to explore this further, you can email us at bizdev@hillsoftinc.com for a one-on-one tutorial. No? This, again, is free na wala kayong babayaran. We just want to help you in implementing this one. Okay, thank you so much for attending here. I just want to let you know na we will be conducting these types of webinar every week. No, now I'm sure same tutorial. No, kaya what we want sana is a one-on-one with you so that you can use it practically use it. Ano. So, kung meron kayong friends or mga colleagues who you think that you will be needing this, then please tell or share this so that they can attend also in this webinar. Most likely next week as well, same day, Wednesday, 2 p.m. Okay, so I'm giving probably another 5 minutes kung meron pa kayong questions. So, but if not, then we can end the session. Okay, so another question, si Miss Josie is looking for Wave Soho for the businesses. Bakit di na lang tong Snap? Oh yes, ma'am. Oh, I will be happy to know if you choose Snap. By the way, one of our strengths kasi is we have BIR reports ready, no, to use, no. Most likely within this month ilalagay na namin yung actually available na yun, hindi pa lang namin inactivate. Yung I think yun yung wala sina Wave so kina Zero QuickBooks na nandun na mismo sa software is kunyari printing of 2307, printing of purchase book, summary list of sales, SLP, SLS, pati yung mga CSV version nandun. Yes, ma'am. Another question kay Sir Alex, meron bang test drive yung Snap Accounting? Yes, sir. Again, you just go to Snap Accounting. Ito, sir, no, papakita ko lang, snapaccounting.net. Get started for free. Then you can test it. Wala kayong babayaran. Just register your email and then the company, then wala kayong babayaran. Kay Miss Josie, inventory, try nyo lang po mag-create ng account. Then doon sa portion where i-subscribe nyo lang yung inventory. Tapos tingnan natin on, if you have questions, let us know. Okay. Sir Alex, nasagot ko ba yung tanong mo? Yan. Yan, okay. Sige. Alright, so maraming salamat din sa inyo. I hope to see you again soon. Doon sa Facebook group that I introduced, you can ask questions there o kaya email us at bizdev@hillsofinc.com. So, thank you so much. So, I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.